Hello and welcome back to the end of another week. We just got home from trying to go to the Spanish border. I'll talk about that in a minute. But you can see that the herbicide is definitely starting to work in the driveway. So that's cool. We did just get back from our drive, so we're both kind of tired. Unfortunately, the weather today was not great. I'll throw in some photos and video of what happened, but we ended up we tried to go to a cave on the border and didn't really make it because the path there was way too muddy. So we'll try a different day. But we're back at the house. This is the chicken pen that will be getting mounted up there. So it's kind of surprising that just those two boxes will end up being like the giant, like 3-meter by 5-meter chicken park. But that is the case. I don't think we've gotten much rain this week. It's been overcast, but not actually rainy. The beans are definitely coming in. I need to start picking them and eating them. We haven't really started harvesting those because my tomatoes are definitely at the end of their season. The blight is pretty heavy, and I got tied up doing other things, so I haven't really been keeping on it. So yeah, everything, I mean, all the tomatoes at least look pretty gnarly. The plants, the tomatoes themselves are looking okay. I've decided that these larger moneymaker tomatoes, they're okay, but they don't taste particularly great. So I'm not sure if I'll do those next year. However, the little super sweet 100 cherry tomatoes are amazing. They're super sweet, hence their name. But that's pretty cool. I have been harvesting these Susie flowers and drying them so that I can make tea later on. This bed, I always say, was the last one that we planted super late. So yeah, I'm not really expecting much from the tomatoes here because they got planted late, plus I already had blight, and so they just didn't really get the best start. But we do have squash coming in. I think this one here, yeah, down there we have some more squash. I have more beans on that thing, as well as all of the winter squash in that area. So that's kind of cool. I'm still working on separating my mint so I can propagate that. I do have some over here that I've propagated. Well, I've split them for propagation. Strawberries are doing well. As you can see, the squash is starting to come through, but the passion fruit there and the passion fruit over here seem to be kind of doing okay. So we'll sort of have to see how they go. We have started harvesting some of the figs. So we have new growth coming in, but the figs themselves are starting to get big and squishy. So we're harvesting that. And as you can see, the backyard has a bunch of holes. So I've managed to get the start of all the holes. So these are where the orchard trees are going to get planted. We did also visit the local orchard place, but The guy who works there from Canada who speaks English is still on vacation. So we're actually planning on going back tomorrow to talk to him. Because a lot of the tree varieties that I had picked out, of course, don't really work here for whatever reason. So working out that is kind of challenging, but we'll figure it out. And these holes need to be dug a lot deeper. I mean, if I step in here, whoo-hoo, I'm only about like 8 to 10 inches down. Because I start hitting the clay and that's really challenging. So we're actually planning on hiring somebody to come in with a digger and dig these deeper, because they actually, so they're 3 feet across and they need to be 3 feet deep as well. So yes, I could try to do that myself, but I don't wanna. and our like family friend helper guy has a digger and he can just come in, and like this would take me forever to get these things down to where they need to be, and it'll take him like a couple of hours to get those down to where they need to be. So we're doing that. I need to clear out, like this is all of the stuff that came from that hole. So like each of these holes has a little pile of rubble that I pulled out. And the dirt here is kind of like the topsoil layer, which I'm keeping because I'll end up mixing that with compost and putting it back into the hole. And then Philippe, when he comes out to dig the holes, he'll go ahead and put the clay in a pile, because I may need to backfill with some clay compost mix. But for the most part, I want to really try to mainly, or at least use as much of the topsoil portion as I can. The corn is getting tall. There are definitely ears on it. If I come up here, you can see all the ears of corn growing on the stalks. And yeah, they're probably like 8 feet tall now. So I think they're basically as tall as they're gonna get. But the farmers usually wait. I think this is all like feed corn. So they basically just wait until it like dries on the stalk and then harvest it super late in the year. So eventually that will happen. I still need to trim the fig sprout that's growing on that tree. But if I bring you over here, these are my, like this is the apple mint that I propagated from one of the mint plants up there. And then I have some brassicas that I've kind of started here, but you can see, snails continue to be a big problem. So yeah, that is, I think that's it. So this one's really short, but I hope you had a good one, and I will see you next week. Bye.